June 22nd, 2025. Angeles National Forest. A Sunday morning hike on a well-traveled trail. The sun was up. The path was clear. And a woman walked into nowhere. She was a NASA engineer, a metallurgist who helped build rockets. She'd spent her career solving impossible problems. Now she's become one. This is the disappearance of Monica Jacinto Reza, and everything about it is wrong. Picture this. You're hiking with a friend. You look back over your shoulder. She's there, 30 feet behind you, smiling, waving. You turn around, you keep walking, you look back again, and she's gone. Not walking away, not behind a rock, just gone. The trail is open, broad daylight, Sunday morning. Other hikers nearby, and a 60-year-old woman has simply vanished from an open path. Search dogs will find her scent. It leads to a hat on the ground. Then the trail goes cold. 10 months later, that's still all we have. Monica Jacinto Reza was 60 years old, a metallurgist. For decades, she'd worked at the intersection of chemistry and aerospace engineering. She rose to become Director of Materials Processing at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, where they build the machines that explore other worlds. But Reza's legacy wasn't administrative, it was metallurgical. In the mid-1990s, working at Rocketdyne, she helped solve a problem that had plagued rocket engineers for decades. She co-invented something called Mondalloy, a nickel-based superalloy designed to survive inside rocket engines. Temperatures that would melt ordinary steel. Mondalloy goes into rocket nozzles and turbopumps. Without alloys like this, we couldn't get to orbit. Couldn't get to Mars. Monica Reza helped make that possible. By 2025, she was still at JPL, still working, still building the future, the kind of career most people dream about. But on June 22nd, Monica Reza wasn't thinking about rocket engines. She was doing what she loved on weekends, hiking the trails of Southern California. That morning, she headed to Angeles National Forest, the Mount Waterman area. Over 700,000 acres of wilderness north of Los Angeles. But Mount Waterman isn't remote. It's a popular hiking destination. Well-traveled trails, regular foot traffic, families, day hikers, the kind of place you go because it feels safe. Monica wasn't alone that day. She was hiking with a companion. They set out in the morning. The weather was clear, nothing unusual. According to police reports, Monica was last seen at approximately 9:10 a.m. Her companion was walking ahead. She was about 30 feet behind. The companion turned, looked back. Monica was there, smiling, waving. A normal moment on a normal hike. Nothing to suggest anything was wrong. Then the companion turned back around, kept walking. How long? Seconds. Maybe a minute at most. Just enough time to round a gentle curve in the trail. When the companion looked back again, Monica Reza was gone. Not catching up. Not resting on a rock. Not visible anywhere on the trail. Just gone. Think about that for a moment. This wasn't a cliff edge. Wasn't dense forest. It was an open trail in broad daylight. You can see for hundreds of feet in either direction. The companion called out, searched the immediate area, backtracked, looked behind boulders, called her name again. Nothing. No response. No trace. Search and rescue teams were mobilized. Angeles National Forest sent crews, helicopters, ground teams. Search dogs trained to track human scent. The dogs picked up her scent quickly. They followed it along the trail, past where she was last seen, further into the brush. And then, they found something. A hat, lying on the ground, believed to belong to Monica Reza. The scent trail led directly to it, and then stopped, completely. That's not how scent trails work. A person doesn't just stop having a scent. If she'd walked further, the dogs would have followed. If she'd been carried, there'd be another trail. Instead, the scent simply ends at a hat on the ground, as if she were there one moment and then ceased to exist the next. Extensive searches continued. Ground teams combed the area for weeks. No additional clothing, no remains, no signs of struggle, no blood, nothing. As of April 2026, Monica Jacinto Reza is still missing. 10 months later, no new evidence, no sightings, no explanation. And that would be strange enough on its own. A woman vanishing from an open trail. A scent that ends at a hat. But Monica Reza's case doesn't exist in isolation. In April 2026, the FBI and the White House formally announced an investigation into the deaths and disappearances of 11 scientists connected to classified government research. Monica Reza is one of those 11. 4 of the scientists had ties to Los Angeles County. 3 worked at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. These weren't random academics. These were people with security clearances. People who worked on classified projects. People who knew things few others know. Officials haven't confirmed any connection between the cases. They've said only that they're investigating. But the pattern has drawn scrutiny. Questions without answers. And Monica Reza fits the profile. A scientist with decades of classified work. Materials processing for rocket engines. The kind of knowledge that would be valuable to, well, that's where speculation begins. Some have drawn comparisons to missing 411 cases, unexplained disappearances in national parks and forests that defy conventional search and rescue logic, people who vanish from open terrain, bodies never found, scent trails that end abruptly, search dogs that refuse to track further. The same patterns repeated across decades. Monica Reza's case has all the hallmarks. The open terrain, the impossibly short window, the scent that ends at an object, the complete absence of evidence. But she also worked on rocket engines, had security clearances, knew things about material science that most people will never understand. That adds a different kind of shadow. Was this a medical emergency? Possible. But her body would have been found. The trail was open. The searches were thorough. Bodies don't evaporate. Was it an animal attack? California has mountain lions, but attacks leave evidence. Blood, drag marks, clothing fragments. There was nothing. Abduction? In broad daylight with a companion nearby, on a trail where other hikers passed regularly. Possible. But how do you grab someone that fast, that silently? Voluntary disappearance? Monica Reza left no indication she wanted to vanish. Had a career, had connections, had every reason to come home. Every explanation fails. Every theory has holes. And that's what makes this case sit differently. It doesn't fit the patterns we understand. What we know is simple. At 9:10 a.m. on June 22, 2025, Monica Jacinto Reza was standing on a hiking trail, smiling, waving at her companion. Moments later, she was gone. Search teams found only a hat. The scent trail ended there, and no one has seen her since. If you have information about Monica Reza's disappearance, anything, no matter how small, you might consider contacting the FBI or local authorities. Tips matter. Her case remains open, and sometimes the detail that solves everything is the one someone didn't think was important. For those who hike, even on well-traveled trails, it may help to stay within visual contact of your companions. Always. The few extra seconds of waiting could matter. Tell someone where you're going, when you'll be back, what trail you're taking. These details help search teams if something goes wrong. Consider carrying a personal locator beacon, GPS tracking, anything that leaves a digital trail when you can't leave a physical one. If this story resonates with you, if you want to hear more cases like this, consider subscribing. We cover stories like this every week, the ones that don't make sense. Monica Reza spent her career at the edge of what was possible, inventing alloys that could survive the impossible heat of rocket engines, solving problems others couldn't. She helped us reach for the stars, and then, on a Sunday morning in June, she walked into the California wilderness and simply cease to be anywhere we can find. The FBI is still investigating. The case remains open. And somewhere in those 700,000 acres of wilderness, or perhaps somewhere else entirely, the truth is waiting to be found. She was 30 feet behind him, smiling, waving, and then she was gone. I'm your host. This has been Night Shift Stories. Stay in the light, if you can. Monica Reza is described as a 60-year-old Filipina American woman. She was wearing hiking attire when she disappeared. Anyone with information should contact the FBI. The Angeles National Forest has seen other disappearances, other searches, other families waiting for answers. Monica Reza's case joins a longer list, but few have vanished quite like this. Few have been seen one moment and gone the next. Few have left so little behind. The companion who was with her that day has cooperated fully with investigators. They've been cleared of suspicion. They saw what they saw. Then they saw nothing. And that's perhaps the most unsettling detail of all. This isn't a case of conflicting accounts. It's a case of something impossible happening to someone who was right there. Rocket scientists deal in precision. Measurements, variables that can be controlled. Monica Reza's disappearance offers none of that. Just absence where there should be presence. Her work lives on. Mondaloy is still used in rocket engines. Her contributions to material science remain foundational. But she is gone. 10 months without answers. 10 months of a family waiting. 10 months of a case that grows colder with every passing day. The mountains keep their secrets. The trails see thousands of hikers every year. Most of them come home. Monica Reza did not. Maybe someday we'll know what happened on that trail. Maybe a hiker will find something. Maybe the FBI investigation will reveal a connection no one expected. Or maybe this case will join the others, the ones that never resolve, the ones that become footnotes in books about the unexplained. For now, all we have is a moment, a smile, a wave, and then nothing at all. Monica Jacinto Reza, metallurgist, NASA engineer, director of materials processing at JPL, co-inventor of rocket engine superalloys, missing since June 22, 2025. Last seen on a trail in Angeles National Forest, smiling, waving, 30 feet away. Some stories end, some stories just stop. This one is still waiting for its ending.